Now, as most of you probably already know, or not, the Diddy trials recently came to an end, and he was acquitted of most of these—
What did she say about Diddy? Oh, now I'm interested. What did she say about Diddy, bro?
serious charges, and everybody had a reaction to it. So Pokimane took to Twitter and said, "Believe all victims." Wow, what a banger of a tweet. You know what? Actually, I lied. This is the most popular response to Pokimane's tweet, and it has 256,000 likes. And the caption reads, "I was gripped by Pokimane in 1997. Oh my lordy." And the replies to his comment are even crazier. "You are brave for sharing your story." 26,000 likes. These tweets just go—
Yeah. And so the point here is it's showing how absurd it is to take the position that anytime anyone accuses anybody of doing something bad to them, that you should just automatically believe them as if it is true, right? Even in the Bible, it says, let every accusation, claim, whatever the fuck, be established by 2 or 3 witnesses, right? You can't just believe anything anybody says, man. That's insane. Everyone hates Pokimane again. Video by Curse. What did Pokimane do now?
Well, guys, the internet's favorite streamer Pokimane is once again going viral for a tweet that left a lot of people on Twitter in an uproar. Popular creators like Asmongold and Tectone even made a response video to this said tweet.
Because these people don't believe anything it is that they're saying. They don't. They will go live and they will say the exact thing that the public wants to hear.
And I'm not gonna lie, they were tweaking a bit. The tweet also got like 30 million views, which is absolutely absurd.
What'd she say? Black Lives Matter? It's got these, white conservative streamers in a dizzy.
But it's also not out of the ordinary, because if you've been following the channel, then you would know that I covered Pokimane around a couple months ago. And it was kind of for a similar reason that she had went viral on Twitter, because she had said something that a bunch of people disagree with.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America?
This shit was so fucking stupid.
Right? It's getting there, right?
We've already had one.
Another one.
What's going on?
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich. Anyways.
We hate the rich. That was the statement uttered by a millionaire with generational wealth. A statement uttered by someone who was already richer than your parents and richer than mine. Combined, by the way. This was also the same person who mocked people in her chat for saying that $28 was too expensive for some cookies.
When people are like, oh my God, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so. Anyways,
and we hate the rich.
So yeah, clearly Pokimane was insane for those clips, which is why she received a ton of backlash online. And I mean, they were frying her.
Bro, $28 for cookies that's a lot of money for cookies, bro.
I think I even went over a guy who left her a whole novel in the comment section. Like this right here is pure and dedicated hate, and all you can do is respect it. But clips like these of Pokimane serve as an example because it goes to show that she will say anything in order to be liked by the masses and her audience, and pretty much just trying to take whatever opinion is popular at the moment. So with this in mind, let's go over her tweet. Now, as most of you probably already know, or not, the Diddy trials recently came to an end, and he was acquitted of most of these—
What did she say about Diddy? Oh, now I'm interested. What did she say about Diddy, bro?
Serious charges. And I'm only bringing this up because this is relevant, and I'm pretty sure this is what Pokimane's tweet is referring to. But yeah, Diddy got acquitted of the most serious charges, and everybody had a reaction to it. So Pokimane took to Twitter and said, "Believe all victims." Now, the statement "believe all victims" isn't bad in and of itself, But in the context of like a law and court and jail time, I don't think that's true. I think we should believe evidence and proof rather than just people claiming things. But you know what? That's just my take. Apparently, Pokimane wants to believe everybody. So after this tweet dropped, the internet exploded, with this tweet having 30.2 million views in 3 days, with it also racking up 82,000 likes and 3,000 comments, which, when you think about it, are pretty good stats for a tweet, all until, well, you open the comment section. And just an FYI, before we actually look at the comments, they are a bit insane, like overly insane. So I just wanted to give a fair warning before we look at them. So the top comment of my knowledge on Pokimane's Believe Victims tweet has 167,000 likes, which is literally 80,000 more likes than the original post that she made. And the caption says, and I quote, "Pokimane tried to grape me at the Atlanta airport in 2019. Wow, what a banger of a tweet. You know what? Actually, I lied. This is the most popular response to Pokimane's tweet, and it has 256,000 likes, which means it currently has 170,000 more likes than Pokimane's original post. How does that even happen? The post also has 13.5 million views, and this is off of a reply. So this is crazy. And the caption reads, "I was gripped by Pokimane in 1997. Oh my lordy." And the replies to his comment are even crazier. "You are brave for sharing your story. 26,000 likes. She took my cheeks in 2001. 6.7 thousand likes." And I'm telling you, these tweets just go
Yeah. And so the point here is it's showing how absurd it is to take the position that anytime anyone accuses anybody of doing something bad to them, that you should just automatically believe them as if it is true, right? Even in the Bible, it says, let every accusation, claim, whatever the fuck, be established by 2 or 3 witnesses, right? You can't just believe anything anybody says, man. That's insane.
Go on and on and on of people claiming that Pokimane R-worded them and many more. And if I had to guess, I would say that 3,000 replies out of the 3.1 that actually responded are saying stuff like that in the comments. And it's crazy because these aren't even really things to joke about. Like when you boil it all down, people are just making R-word jokes.
I was like, believe victims. Well, once again, I like to fancy myself the person who brings things back down into reality. I tweet out 3 words that caused quite the commotion, just like Pokimane tweeted 2 words. Women can lie. Yep. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to talk about why it is so dangerous to tweet out things like believe victims. You know what we should believe, Pokimane? People should believe proof. Because when good boys who, man, morals are so much higher than mine, tweet out things like believe victims in such a mass blanket statement, which, by the way, is never a good thing to do, what happens is that you are leaning into something that I like to call guilty until proven innocent, and not innocent until proven guilty. When you say that anybody can go on the internet and lie, when anybody can go on the internet and say anything, and you have to believe them because they're crying, well, guess what? That doesn't set up a good precedent, now does it?
In this context, I would absolutely agree that we should definitely believe people with proof. That way, people aren't just getting falsely accused of random crimes. But then again, I don't even think Pokimane's saying to believe people without proof. But then again, I could be wrong. Other creators like Asmongold also weighed in on the situation.
Pokimane drops a believe victims tweet. How brave. Oh God. Shouldn't you figure it out based in a court of law? Don't go around and just believe what people say. You know why? It's because people lie. What a dumb thing to say. Pokimane is apologizing to someone on X for laughing at Amber Heard. Please fucking remind me about that after.
I forgot to mention that since Pokimane brought up the believe victims tweet, many people have been going back in the past and bringing up when she was making fun of Amber Heard when she was on trial. And if you guys remember, at the time, Amber Heard was supposed to be the apparent victim, but obviously the trial proved that that wasn't the case. People in this Reddit thread are even saying that Pokimane went so far as to put a tier counter.
Yeah, bro, that's the thing with that side of the fucking internet, bro, where people are just always trying to say what they think they're supposed to say that aligns with the popular thought. You feel me? Like, you end up in situations like this where you're going to contradict yourself. You're going to contradict yourself because why? Popular opinions are always changing. And so when your stance is to just regurgitate what the popular opinion is, you're going to contradict yourself because popular opinion contradicts itself.
On the screen throughout her streams, including during Amber Heard's assault testimony. A tier counter is crazy.
Pokimane, I love you and I agree, but I can't forget the way you made fun of Amber Heard during the trial. It was really disappointing. Please address this. I completely understand. I regret how I restreamed the trial because any jokes are at the expense of the victims can be perceived. I apologize I took down the videos. She's apologizing for laughing at Amber Heard.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Okay, when they were talking about like, we have all this evidence that he actually did it.
So yeah, this is why a lot of people believe that Pokimane
That was the fakest laugh I've heard in weeks.
doesn't really care about anything she tweets about, and she just says it at the time because it's popular. Because I'm not gonna lie, anytime she makes a controversial tweet, it seems like you can always go in the past and find a time where she said the exact opposite. There seems to never be any consistency with anything she says, which once again makes what Tectone said all the more real.
Because these people don't believe anything it is that they're saying. They don't. They will go live and they will say the exact thing that the public wants to hear.
So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Pokimane actually cares about anything she talks about, or is she purely doing it for engagement and doesn't care about anything? This video is over.
Yeah, and that's also why these people never debate, bro, which they shouldn't. They're wise not to. But that's why all of these like creators, these bigger creators who have all these very, you know what I'm saying, hot takes, they won't actually defend their opinions on a live stream or some shit like that. Y'all remember what happened when Charlie debated Sneeko on the whole child marriage thing, and I don't even agree with the child marriage shit, but you feel me, that did not go well for Charlie at all, because I don't think a lot of these guys actually really sit and think critically about these positions that they are broadcasting. They just look at what is the popular opinion and just adopt that. Guys, there's nothing wrong with not giving a fuck. Truly, it's like the best way to go through life. You could just not give a fuck. Ask me about Israel, Palestine. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Personally, it's real sad about the innocent people dying and the children dying on either side. You know what I'm saying? But as for what should be done, who's wrong, I don't know. Guess what, nigga? I'm just concerned about my fucking sphere of influence. I hope they sort that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And people can stop dying. That's it. Not giving a fuck is honestly the best way to navigate life if you're going to be a online person or a streamer or some shit like that. You feel me? And if you are going to have your few things that you give a fuck about, which, okay, that's fine. It's okay to give a fuck about some things. Make sure you actually know what the fuck you're talking about. Know why you believe the thing you believe so that you can at the very least explain it, articulate it, defend it. You feel me?